I came to win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support bra. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Off play action. King. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down Seahawks. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Texans' 36-yard line.
Now this time he'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21.
First down.
Single, slot.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's King. Going to throw again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to it.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly there to make the grab. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you get it.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check pass, check pass.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. This one complete to the running back, Lindsay. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Seahawks' 49-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now King operating from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off the play fake, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
King now, off the play fake. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They'll run. It's Lindsey, and he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Let's go. 10 logo. Silver. General West. Get it.
Now Jones on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Drew Kaiser now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw is King. Throwing again. And he finds Penny. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
What are you doing? You can't get past me.
7-yard gain on the play. And
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Texans nothing.
The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. King from the gun, he'll throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Where's the mic? Watch one. Watch one. Here we go, D. Hey, Haywood. So Mike's number 1, Mike's number 1. Hey, I'm coming after you. Let's go.
Throwing Jones. He's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Miles Boykin. 78 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 37. And he will have a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Now Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. Fights free yet again. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. This quarterback now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw. King. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He's going to go up top for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw. King. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 18.
It's a gain of 10.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's King, operating from the gun. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Ready, set.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jones to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
They're not ready for this. They still playing safe. Dude, y'all playing the wrong football. Here we go.
From the gun, Jones. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now King, off play action. He's going to take a shot right away for the end. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. 9 seconds to play, and likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hustle, hustle.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
First down.
Ready.
First
70,
and 10,
Indy.
26-yard line.
Hey, Foxtrot. Ready.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll find Lindsey here. He'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Here we go, D.
Now a carry for Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Mike Ward. All day, dog.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Hey, Rocket.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Penny, the first down carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
King now on 1st and 10. Going down the middle, and it's complete. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's their quarterback. Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 17-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And my goodness, another interception. Trey Flowers picks it. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll find Metcalf. They'll try and run forward with Petty. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Second and 5. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here is another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now.
And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jones. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 42. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target. With that interception, he just set a record. That's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He was with the Lions at that time. To get to 8.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Rashad Penny, 42 yards. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is... And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more...
And got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. Jones trying to lay one up deep. And my goodness, another interception. Trey Flowers picks it. To throw is King on 1st down. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Houston. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. King from the gun, he'll throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And this one is right down the middle. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Phillip Lindsay on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now That's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
To try again after the sack. Jones, that's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his. And now here is another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now Rashad Penny. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Get that quarterback at all costs.
It's caught. Lockett. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. King. And my goodness, another interception. The ball comes out. Picked off at the 22. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now Jones off the play fake. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Jones operating from the gun. And now here is another interception. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every day.
He's got daylight. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down. And, my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Operating from the gun, Jones. And now here's another interception. Trey Flowers picks it. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
But someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. He's then against with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They give it off here to the tight end. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Here's a give to Penny. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So the victory here for Seattle. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know,